Have you ever wondered what it feels like when the game suddenly becomes real? When the training wheels come off and you're thrown into the deep end? Today, we're diving into the incredible story of a pilot who went from the safety of a simulator to the terrifying reality of an actual air battle. Imagine this: countless hours spent in a high-tech cockpit, but it's all just a simulation. You're mastering every maneuver, every emergency procedure, and every dogfighting tactic. The graphics are stunning, the feedback is realistic, but you always know there's a reset button. Failure means you just try again. It's a controlled environment where you can learn without consequence. For our pilot, let's call her Sparrow. This was her world. She was the top of her class, a natural in the simulator, executing flawless barrel rolls and hitting every virtual target. Her instructors were impressed, but they all knew the real test was yet to come. Then, one day, the call came. Tensions that had been simmering for months suddenly boiled over. Sparrow and her squadron were scrambled. This wasn't a drill. As she strapped herself into the cockpit of her fighter jet, the familiar clicks and whirs felt different. Heavier. The scent of jet fuel was sharp and real, not a synthesized effect. The ground crew gave her a thumbs up, their faces etched with a seriousness she'd never seen during training exercises. This was it. Lining up on the runway, her heart hammered against her ribs. The roar of the afterburners wasn't just a sound in her headset. It was a physical force that pressed her deep into her seat. As she launched into the sky, the world wasn't a collection of pixels on a screen. The clouds were real. The sun's glare was blinding. And the sheer G-force of her climb was a brutal reminder that this wasn't a game anymore. The stakes were no longer just a high score. They were life and death. Over the radio, the calm, collected voice of her wingman crackled, a stark contrast to the frantic chaos erupting on the radar. Blips appeared, moving with terrifying speed and purpose. These weren't pre-programmed AI enemies. These were real adversaries, trained pilots just like her, with their own missions and their own will to survive. The first missile alert screamed through her cockpit. An instinct, honed by 1,000 hours in the simulator, took over. She yanked the stick, pushing her jet and her body to the absolute limit. The G-force was a crushing weight, blurring her vision. But the training kicked in. Deploy flares. Brake hard. Check 6. The muscle memory was there, but the fear was a new, terrifying variable. The enemy was relentless. She saw the flash of an explosion in the distance. One of the blips on her radar vanished, a chilling reminder of what was at stake. In that moment, Sparrow realized the biggest difference between the simulator and the sky. In the sim, you fight against a machine. In real life, you fight against a human mind. You have to anticipate, to bluff, to outthink your opponent. It became a high-speed chess match at 30,000 feet. She wasn't just flying the plane, she was dancing with it, pushing it to the edge of its performance envelope, relying on every single lesson she'd ever learned. After what felt like an eternity, the battle was over. The sky, once filled with chaos, was quiet again. Sparrow, drenched in sweat and shaking with adrenaline, turned her jet for home. She had survived. She had faced the ultimate test and proven that her skills weren't just for a game. She was no longer just a simulator pilot. She was a combat veteran. Her journey from the virtual cockpit to the real battlefield is a powerful testament to the courage and resilience of pilots who put it all on the line. What an incredible story of transitioning from practice to the real thing. It really makes you appreciate the training and mental fortitude of these pilots. If you found this story as gripping as I did, please hit that like button and subscribe for more amazing tales of courage. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.